And we've got a pair of teams tonight that put a major emphasis on rebounding, Richard.
Yeah, when you look at the glass work, it is all about pride and effort. Look, no team that stresses rebounding wants to lose the battle on the boards.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Bane, 6 to shoot. Shoots over Booker. Here's Adams. Second chance effort. Gets another look, and he lays it in.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Paul against Morant. Pass to Booker. Paul against Morant. Back to Booker. Here's Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Morant with it. Durant covering. Jackson for 3. The rebound by Devin Booker. Okogie on the wing. Inside, Durant. Outside Booker. Back to Durant. The kick out to Paul. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Making his presence known with that swat. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after blocks.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Here's Paul, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. It's Booker on the wing. The kick to Durant. The shot that time not on target. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. Morant with it, and it's Paul picking him up. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside for Booker. Nails it from 3.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown. What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Oh, a great move from Steven Adams as he gets it to go. Adams has got his second basket.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Pass to Booker. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Now here's Paul. Launches a 3. Can't hit that one. Memphis trailing here. Brooks, the pass to Adams. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Pass to Booker. Spins. Fades. Drills it from deep. Booker's got 9.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Morant. Bane with a screen on Paul. Outside Bane. 58 seconds left in the first. And here comes the break. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
Here's Morant. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Chris Paul. The free throw drops for Morant. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Now here's Paul. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Just simply automatic. Once that ball is in Paul's hands, he is ready to fire off a shot.
Paul against Morant. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. On the wing, Brooks takes a three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Right side, Durant. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the...
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Suns. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Suns? Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And here's Memphis now. 9-point game. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Pass to Booker. Okogie on the wing. Paul for 3. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Booker. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Bane finds Jackson. Back to Bane. And then Morant with the dunk.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Outside Paul. Hits the trifecta. Paul's got 6 points.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Booker. Paul passes to Ayton. The kick to Durant. Clock at 6. Up top Booker. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. And now a 9-point Suns lead.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Outside Paul. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Desmond Bane.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs because he will punish you if you do.
Good on the second one. Well, when it comes to free throw shooting, Paul is one of the best in the league.
Well, in 2021, he was the best in the league, hitting 93% of his shots he took from the stripe. You're simply better off letting him take the shot clean.
Up top, Durant. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Booker. On the wing, Durant. He has 6. Pass to Paul. Jacks up a 3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Paul's got 7 points for the quarter.
From deep. Paul doesn't hold back when pulling the trigger, especially when he sees the chance.
There's Jackson with the 3. And Aiden pulls it down. The Suns have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Morant against Paul. And then Morant with the dunk.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Outside Booker. The 3. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Payne, no good. Phoenix has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Down low. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Shoots over Durant. And that one's long. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Paul with it. Checked by Brooks. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. Morant against Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Durant, the pass to Aiden. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Now Jackson. Pass to Adams. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Paul against Morant. The 3-ball.
Paul's a pesky defender, no doubt about it.
And another miss by Memphis. Durant way outside. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Phoenix. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the act. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. We've got Terrence Ross. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Darius Baisley. Then it's T.J. Warren, and it's Payne in at point guard. Bernard against Payne.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Back to Baisley. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark. Outside Payne. Shot clock at 5. Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
Warren for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. It's stolen by Warren. Here's Baisley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
And Phoenix has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Nice shot by Kennard.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Biyombo. Here's Payne, defended by Jones. Payne on the bounce, and he banks in the layup. Payne's got 6.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
Outside Ross. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 12-point Suns lead.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Conchar. Off the mark there with a 3. The Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And an intentional foul right there. So Memphis ends up going with a new group.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Grizzlies. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Morant, the pass to Bane. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Phoenix has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Outside Durant. Oh, and Jackson with the block. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Paul for 3. Ayton passes to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
How many guys his size can pull up off the dribble and move like that? Durant is the real unicorn.
From deep, Bane. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant finds Paul. Durant with a screen on Morant. Paul passes to Durant. Outside for Booker. Back to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Durant's got 13.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Here's Jackson. Back to Payne. To the paint. And stolen by Durant. And now the Suns fast break. Here's Paul. Finished off the break. 12 points for him.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. Durant inside. Brooks defending. Oh, he misses the dunk. Outside Morant. To the inside. Jackson can't get it to go.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Nice shot by Durant.
As versatile as they have come in NBA history, Durant just makes it look so easy.
Jackson with a screen on Booker. Jackson outside. Pass to Brooks. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. Jackson with another miss.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Paul with it, guarded by Morant. Here's Booker. The kick out to Paul. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Morant against Paul. Pass to Booker. Now Durant. Outside Paul. The kick to Durant. The Suns need to get off a shot. On the wing, Durant. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Morant against Paul. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Every night, Ja Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
In his comfort zone, finding an opening and exploding to the rim.
Jackson, left side. Back to Bain. Pass to Morant. Down low. And it's slammed in by Adams.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
2 minutes remaining of the game.
Paul against Morant. Booker with it. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Launches it. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Bain. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Phoenix has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Durant for 3. And Durant with the big finish.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Suns.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Kevin Durant.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Phoenix dominating the game. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Adams a screen. Here's Morant with the drive, and they'll get another chance. Will it go? Adams, the pass to Morant. Outside for Brooks. Tries yet again. Here's Jackson. Back to Brooks. Puts up a 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
the Suns, winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that's it.
The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel early. And the home fans are already fired up to get this game started. So the Clippers win the tip, and the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Here's Leonard. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at point guard. Now, Bane. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Bane kicks to Morant. Clock at 6, and finished off by Morant.
I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Outside Leonard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Adams sets the pick for Bane. Sweet move, and it's Adams getting it to go.
I mean, this guy has become an expert at utilizing the screen and roll. Just does such a good job rolling to the rim and being a factor.
Now, here is George. A three from Leonard gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now, here is George. Leonard kicks to George. A high post shot. The Clippers keep it alive. The kick out to Westbrook. Covington in the corner. Clippers moving the ball around. Passes to Leonard. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. And that one goes long.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Bane finds Brooks. Adams against Zubac. The pass to Bane. Jackson, a screen on Leonard. Back to Jackson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And George with the stuff.
Excellent job reading the defense. Not content to go to that perimeter game. Paul George inside. Nice.
Adams with the screen on George. Morant passes to Adams. Outside for Jackson. Covington with the steal. George with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Outside Westbrook. Covington in the corner. Outside George. Covington a screen on Bane. Outside Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
Here's Bane. Here's Adams outside for Jackson. Here's Morant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Covington picks one up.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Leonard. He has 5. Outside, George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Now here's Morant.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's Leonard. Covington in the corner. Pass to Zubac. And here's Leonard. Brooks covering. Right side, George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
Morant surveying the D. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up 5-5.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Screen by Zubac. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Now, Kawhi Leonard has built that three-point game now to add to the mid-range and the ability to draw contact. Now you got to guard him everywhere.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Covington setting the pick for George. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Outside, Payne gets it to go from beyond the arc. Payne's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
George finds Leonard. Goes up on the wing, and that one off. The back of the rim and in. Leonard's got 10 points.
Kawhi Leonard is efficient with his shooting form. Makes it look easy right there.
You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Morant against Westbrook. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Here's Adams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs. And last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
Jackson, a screen on Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Payne against Covington. Brooks outside. Morant right side.
And relentless in his attack. Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Here he goes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
Kawhi Leonard's so calm, mixes speeds, understands when and where to drive the basketball.
Jackson passes to Morant. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
Get up, Mr. Covington. That is a very quick riser.
On the wing, Payne. He's covered by Westbrook. Fires for 3. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over-the-back.
To me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
And here's George. 16 points for him. Here's Leonard. Up again. The rebound by Steven Adams. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Free throw good. Payne. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Jones. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Clark in at the 5 roaming the paint. And that's the group for Chandler Jenkins as we begin the second half. Jones, the pass to Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Island passes to Pop. Pass to Highland. Just 4 to shoot. And And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
And he's good on the second.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
On the basket by Jones.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Here's Highland, defended by Jones. Morris a screen. Highland passes to Morris. Powell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Misses from close range. Morris against Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Plumlee with a screen on Jones. Highland passes to Morris. Drives to the hoop, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Here's Highland, defended by Jones. 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime, so he fits.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review
In real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
George finds Westbrook. Back to Covington. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. 1:58 left to play here in the third.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Bain looking around. Dishes it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Leonard sets a screen for George. Covington against Brooks. Covington kicks to Zubac. Here's Westbrook. Nifty move. He lays it in. Westbrook's got 6.
Well, the aggressive play on the interior paying off for Russell Westbrook right now. He is always able to score on the inside. The explosive hops makes it easier.
Outside, Bain. Outside for Jackson. Morant outside. He takes it in, and Morant. Goes it down.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Leonard sets a screen for George. Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Here's Morant. Oh!
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That'll put Paul George on the line. That one's on Morant. And so it's Memphis with it. 7-point differential. Morant against Leonard. And Adams kicks to Bain. Adams sets the pick for Bain. Morant with this screen on Westbrook. Floats it up there for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we're coming right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. So here's Westbrook. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot.
Well, Russ making the great read. Outstanding work, understanding the floor, and finding his open teammate.
Brooks kicks to Bain. Passes it to Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And the 3 off target. Clippers leading by 7. Left side, Leonard. Covington passes to Leonard. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Leonard looking around. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Jackson. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Bain kicks to Jackson. Here's Morant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I call an elite showman. And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
All right, David, thanks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. And Covington sends it back. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. George with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. On the wing, George. Covington, a screen on Brooks. George passes to Covington. Banked in off the glass. Covington's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Now here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds now in the game. A 3 from Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first, and what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
Here's Leonard driving inside. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Here's Morant. Tries again, and there's the nice layup by Adams.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Outside Leonard. Outside Covington. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
13.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
Right now, the game is coming easy to Kawhi Leonard. He's in rhythm, and he knows it.
And there's the feed to Jackson. Lets it go from deep, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Westbrook kicks to Covington. Outside for George. Back to Covington. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
starts to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court, so you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the one. And George launches it from deep. The Suns clear it. Here's Paul. And there's the drive. The three from Ayton. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Westbrook outside. Out to Leonard. Nice move. And the dunk by Leonard.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap. When you think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career, that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Paul. 5 on the clock. Here he goes. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed and really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
Leonard outside. For 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2. Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team. What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
It's both from the stripe. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
George's shot is off.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Now here's Leonard. Not a lot of room. George outside. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Chris Paul. The Suns leading. Here's Ayton. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That one goes in. Ayton's got 7.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
George passes to Leonard. And here's Durant. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Outside for Booker. Outside Durant. The Suns need to get off a shot. Ayton, no good.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Out to Leonard. George outside. Back to Leonard. And there's the screen. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the jam by George.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Booker. 1:03 left to play in the first. Okogie on the wing. Here's a 3 from Paul. Rebound by the Clippers. Covington finds George. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
You see Paul George's focus that time. Opportunistic bucket, gets to the interior and does the work.
Paul into the lane. The kick to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. For 3, George. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Paul against George. Paul passes to Booker. Deflected. George outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Chris Paul.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
And he's good on the second. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Leonard. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns ahead. They lead by 4. And back to...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot.
How about Ayton going up there and showing off a little bit of his skill with the half turn?
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
And Phoenix has possession, following the score by the Clippers. For 3, Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Durant's got 6 points.
And just from deep range, KD can bury you.
Covington passes to Westbrook. Here's Zubac. Kicks it to George. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And so here's Phoenix. It's a 5-point game. Oh, George with a steal.
Not a smart pass, and he knows it. Got to disguise your intentions better than that.
Westbrook outside. Back to George. Zubac with a screen on Booker. George passes to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, Booker with a block. Westbrook against Paul. Pass to Ayton. Fires the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Knocked loose. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Leonard for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Yeah, that's a shot most guys are just not even going to take. But Leonard is confident in that range.
Ball against Westbrook. He shoots it. Durant inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. All right, Brad, you're part of the front office. Take back the curtain a little here. What do you guys do that the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, the draft process is a lot more in depth than people would ever realize. And one of the biggest things, BA, that you have to take into account is what it is, not just talent-wise you're inviting into the building, but the character and how it fits around what you've already established. So taking one guy that might be a player that you think is a great player might not be great for the current team that you have. And so the layers, they run pretty deep. And we've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brent, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you can sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Westbrook against Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Booker. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Zubac.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pass to Covington. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And stolen by Durant. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. There's a minute 40 left in the second quarter. And it's Paul off the drive. Durant with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Durant against George. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And that one right there, that's the play with KD and that rip through. That move is so good that the league started to consider how they'd rewrite the rule book for guys reaching in. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but he has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim for that finish.
And Ayton with the stuff.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Out to Covington. Lets it go from deep. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
3-point field goal.
Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
Beautiful stroke off the catch and shoot from Robert Covington that time.
Pass to Booker. Here's Okogie. Now Paul, pounded by Westbrook. Leonard against Durant. Drives to the hoop.
Getting bumped on the drive, Durant still maintains laser-sharp focus, something he's known for.
George against Booker. And that one's good. Covington. Covington's got 5 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Okogie on the wing. 3-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard. Out to Covington. George, right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 1-point Suns lead.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
And the first half comes to an end. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We're seeing a tremendous game from DeAndre Ayton.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Darius Baisley is out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Campaign, and it's Ross in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Monty Williams as we begin the second half. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Biyombo. And Biyombo slams it home.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Highland. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Shot is good by Gordon.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
And here's Payne outside. It's not going to go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. Gordon with it. Picked up by Ross. Pass to Highland from the arc. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Phoenix calls timeout. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Covington's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Powell. George, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Highland. Booker for three. The shot, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
On the wing, Durant. Pass to Ayton. Back to Durant. Now here's Ayton. He's off on that one. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. George outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And for Paul, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this was slow.
At the line for two. Previous play is underway.
Many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he drops a first.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of a game.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Paul against Westbrook. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Durant, the pass to Ayton. Can they get it? Plumlee pulls down the board. The Clippers in the lead. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Shot by Leonard, no good. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
NBA, with all of that experience, is able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook right side. Kicks it to George. Oh, swiped away. And they're running. Here's Paul. Denied by Leonard.
That's why they call him the clock. Kawhi getting in there with those massive mitts.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Okogie on the wing. Outside Durant. It's stolen by Leonard. It's George with the drive. And George with the jam.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
Paul finds Booker. Back to Paul. Trying to get back on track. Oh, Covington with a block. Outside Durant. Phoenix calls timeout.
And the other team is running all all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down. I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Clock at 6. From deep. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Durant's got 13 now.
I mean, what a generational talent. KD, deadly from the corner.
Zubac passes to Westbrook. Leonard outside. The shot from 20 feet out. Phoenix grabs the miss. It's a 5-point game. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The kick to Durant. Outside Paul. And stolen by Covington. Leonard outside. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Oh, they're on fire. The run.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Paul against Westbrook. Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Booker against George. Zubac with a screen on Booker. George passes to Covington. It's George on the wing. Booker defending.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 9 from 3-point range. George a screen on Paul to the middle. Stolen by Ayton. Booker with it. Guarded now by George. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
George against Booker. George passes to Covington. And here's Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Booker. Here's Okogie to tie it up. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Kevin Durant, 2nd personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Now here's Leonard. Outside Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Ayton against Leonard. Count it. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the team leans on him for moments like this where they need him to dominate offensively.
Paul with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Durant against Westbrook, and so they foul intentionally. Now a timeout called by the Clippers.
First team foul. LA timeout call.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He said to his players, you may want to get comfortable with this lead, but we can't afford that. That's when we get into trouble. Just keep executing the game plan and trust in one another.
And Allie, thank you for that.
The aggressiveness, the intelligence of Durant, able to put it on the floor and draw contact.
And both free throws good for Durant.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
George passes to Leonard. Again, the miss by Leonard. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. And there's 1:45 left in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Paul with it. Guarded by Covington. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And he says, thank you very much. That 1 point could make all the difference.
And so here's Phoenix. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Yeah, no one better to make decisions down the stretch than CP3, working his way to the line in a tight game.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
George outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Westbrook finds Zubac. That one's good for 2.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. On the wing, Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in the clutch moment.
Pass to Zubac. Leonard outside. Up top, George. 5 to shoot. Leonard left side. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Ball passes to Durant. To take the lead. The kick out to Paul. Takes it inside. The 3 from Ayton. Oh, nails the triple.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Zubac with a screen on Booker. Back to Leonard. From downtown. He's off from 3. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think?
No choice but to go for the 3. Maybe set up a screen to carve out some space and get a clean look.
Another steal. Off the mark. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
And it's conference rivals squaring off tonight in this one, Steve. It might be the regular season, but this has a playoff feel to it, doesn't it?
These are the type of games you love to watch in the regular season, Kevin. The fans will be rowdy, the players fully engaged. We got a good one tonight.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the...
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
All up top, guarded by Morant. Paul kicks to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a three-point game.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Paul finds Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Paul passes to Ayton. And it's Phoenix scoring again. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
And it's Ayton missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Second shot opportunity. And it's good for two.
Boy, this is what a diverse skill set buys you. Jackson with so many options after corralling the miss.
Here's Paul, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games. I love the effort level Chris Paul delivers day in and day out. He's been doing this for a while now, but he hasn't slowed down, not a bit.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the wide open shot from Paul, and he's good on the 3-ball. Paul's got 5 points so far.
What focus on the range shot by Chris, not letting anything throw him off.
Morant passes to Adams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Morant against Paul. Booker the pass to KD. Just 5 on the clock.
This is Adams' calling card, making his presence felt defensively.
Morant kicks to Bain. And another miss by Memphis.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Ayton. Now here's Paul. It's stolen by Adams. Jackson with it. He's picked up by KD. Brooks tipped away. And the pass to Jackson. There's 1:26 left to play here in the first. And Jackson throws it down hard.
This is a big target coming off the pick and roll. Jaren's lethal in this set.
Ball against Morant. Kicks it out to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's KD. Count that bucket.
Moving so fast toward the rim, KD rips through the lane with a lot of tenacity.
Jackson a screen on Paul. Fires the 3. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. Brooks with no one around. No good on the 3. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. They trail by 1. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. KD looking around. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okogie. KD drives in. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies leading by just 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the 1.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank break dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Here's KD. And Bain pulls it down. Memphis leading. And here's Brooks from outside. That one, no good. Phoenix has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Durant, wide open, he fires. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Kevin Durant is totally in his comfort zone. Nothing could shake him off that look.
And stolen by Booker. Ball against Adams.
Blocking foul. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Paul. He's got 5. And there's the drive. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Paul against Morant. To the paint, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Kept alive, and Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Bain looking around. Morant reaches to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by KD. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And the Suns making a change here. Haynes checked in. A minute 50 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, KD to the inside. Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
I love this offense by Kevin Durant, doing a nice job of finding his teammates.
Morant with the screen on Booker. Bane passes to Morant. Booker with it. He's picked up by Morant. No problem knocking that one down. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the net.
On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 15-6 run. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
A three. Payne can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Morant kicks to Bane. They get it again.
Big man plays by Steven Adams, using all of his height to dominate the offensive glass and end the play.
Bane passes to Durant. For Phoenix, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw drops for KD. Both shots good from the stripe.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Morant outside. And he drives in, and then Morant slams it in.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Payne passes to Booker. From past the arc, nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 14 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
You know why?
Thank you, David. Folks, don't. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Terrence Ross is out there with Payne. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Warren. And it's Baisley in at the 4 shot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Grizzlies trail by 9.
And the NBA has favored three-point shooting here as of late,
which has made players like Luke Kennard very valuable in the process, GA. The lefty stroke of Kennard is a thing of beauty, and he shoots the 3 ball with such confidence.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Payne passes to Ross. And here is Warren. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. Warren's got the lead up to 10 now for Phoenix.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Payne looking around. Pass to Baisley. Ross against Kennard. The kick out to Warren. Clock at 4. Unloads from 13. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Another level indeed for John Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
Payne kicks to Ross. Back to Payne. He feeds it to Warren. Williams with the block. Kennard finds Williams. Clark outside. Aldama passes to Jones. Inside. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Suns leading by 5. And here is Paul. The dish now to Booker. Jacks up a 3. Fires the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 17.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Paul against Morant. Bain kicks to Brooks. Back to Bain. He dishes it to Adams. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
This is where Adams feasts. Get him the ball in his spots, and he does the rest.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Bain, and he jams it with authority.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
KD finds Booker. From outside the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
Difficult shot. There are only a handful of players in this league with Booker's range.
Bain passes to Jackson. Back to Adams. Adams sets the pick for Morant. Into the...
Wow! Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless in when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
T-shirt could be coming your way. That's right, Suns fans. Time to make some noise for you, Suns dancer. That was your Suns dancer dance team, everyone. Give it up for them once again. Make some noise for your Suns breaker dance crew. Make some noise once again for your
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Down low, Ayton. And the rejection by Jackson. Got it off in time. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And it's Ayton missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Bain kicks to Brooks. Back to Bain. Morant sets a screen for Bain. Morant against Booker.
Okay. What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
And Paul launches it from deep, drains it from beyond the arc.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bain with the screen on Paul. And Morant throws it down.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Paul. From downtown, another 3 for Phoenix.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Bain finds Jackson. Back to Bain. Out to Brooks. From deep. Connects from 3-point range. Brooks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Morant against Paul. Booker with no one around. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And there's the pass to Morant. Back to Adams. Over Ayton. And Adams kicks to Bain. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end. Desmond Bain is a good option in these situations. Way to come through.
Kicks it out to Booker. Durant for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Bain passes to Morant. With the...
That's what I'm talking about. That was nice. Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
And Morant throws it down.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
So much riding on that possession. Just a huge shot. What determination on that play.
Memphis has gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
John Morant in the open floor. This guy's speed is next level, and he can finish.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 2. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top.
Thank you, David. It's rebounded by Paul. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Durant. the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Shoots the three. And it's Durant missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
At the stripe, Ja Morant isn't flawless, but he does seem to thrive under pressure.
He drops the first one, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Paul surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Booker. Launches a three. Knocks down the three.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Morant against Paul. Morant outside. To the middle. Here's Adams. And the bucket is good. Three-point play change here for him.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
You'd think Adams is a smart target for a foul, but he might just surprise you.
Morant outside. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Every team needs a closer in the clutch. Morant proving he's that guy.
And here's Booker from the arc. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one.
solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's Bane. Jackson on the wing. Outside Bane. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Leonard. And they're on the break. Here's Westbrook. Morant with a defensive effort. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. Hey, Richard, how about Westbrook's basketball IQ?
By far one of the smartest players in the game. How else would he have broken the triple-double record? He sees everything. His sense of the floor is elite.
Jackson with a screen on Leonard. Here's Morant driving inside. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Just 4 to shoot. Brooks from outside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. George against Brooks. And the jam by George.
Yeah, great job by George. Now, part of what makes him such a great wing is his crazy ability off the bounce.
Outside Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Westbrook, the pass to Covington. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Morant against Leonard. Bane with a screen on Leonard. Bane finds Brooks. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Covington. Zubac with a screen on Bane. For 3, George. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bane. Pass to Adams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Jackson against Leonard. Now Zubac. It's George on the wing. 5 on the clock. Buries it down low. George has got 7 points in the game.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get position inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
Now here's Bane. Morant with a screen on Westbrook. Left side Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Shot by Leonard, no good.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Covington, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Adams a screen. Here's Brooks. Adams finds Brooks. Outside Morant. It's stolen by Leonard. The drive by Westbrook. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Oh, unlimited energy. That's what Westbrook brings. No problems bouncing off contact.
Morant with a screen on Westbrook. Morant with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Outside Bain. Brooks outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
8 seconds left in the first quarter. Leonard on the wing. And there's another one for the Clippers.
If you want to study how to work the mid-range area, just watch Leonard. Precise in everything he does.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 2. And we'll get the... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
George outside. Leonard outside. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 5 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And it's Adams missing. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
The offensive rebound. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
And there's a pick. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. That one goes. Count it. 9 points in the game.
The focus, the balance. George doesn't back down from converting these challenging buckets.
Bain with a screen on Leonard. Outside Bain. Misses the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Zubac with a screen on Brooks. For 3, George. He can't hit that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Brooks finds Morant. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Outside Bain. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Leonard.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Covington passes to Westbrook. Picked by Covington. Out to Leonard. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Making his presence known with that spot. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after blocks.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a five-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Here's Covington. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Covington's got 5 points.
Over his career, Kawhi has become a willing passer. One of his many improvements since being drafted in 2011.
Knocked away. George with a steal. Westbrook left side. Pass to Zubac. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
1:21 left in the first half of this game. George outside. This one for three. Buries it from three. He's got 12.
And this is what makes George a star. His confidence rising and firing off the catch.
Morant finds Adams. Looking to end the run. Morant, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Morant with the slam!
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
George passes to Leonard. Out to Covington. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's George. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top, leading by 5. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to... Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
We've got Mason Plumlee, Marcus Morris out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's Highland in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Morris for 3. Conchar pulls it in. Memphis trailing here.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Here's Highland, out to Gordon. Plumlee a screen. Gordon, the pass to Powell. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's his first foul.
First team.
Here's Highland. Pass to Gordon. Here's Highland. Shot clock at 6. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Clark with it. He's checked by Plumlee. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Plumlee a screen. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Kennard has the open look. It's hauled in by the Clippers. For 3, Gordon. Gordon on the wing. There's the triple. They get it back. Pass to Highland. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. A nice shot by Morris.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Timeout called. Memphis. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And the Grizzlies with some changes. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Bain with a screen on Leonard. Morant, the pass to Bain. Outside for Morant. Driving in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This is what teams try to do with Morant. Get physical, make it difficult, but he just continues to figure it out.
Leonard outside. "18 feet out. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Let's give a round of applause for your Thank you, Clippers.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Westbrook outside. They set the pick. Leonard outside. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Jackson can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Morant against George. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 14 points for the game.
An elite player in this league, it's Paul George stepping up, scoring in bunches tonight.
From deep, Morant. And he can't get that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Leonard. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. George drives in, out to Covington. Zubac passes to Leonard. The 3 is up. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Bain finds Brooks. And here's Adams. On the wing, Bain. Adams Adams with a screen on Covington. Jackson for three. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinks threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Clippers.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for two.
George hits them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Brooks against George. And here's Brooks. Takes the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Three-pointer.
He's got 6. He got it up. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pound. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
First team foul.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this.
The previous play.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Clock is at 3. George for 3, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Here's the 3. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bain's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Thanks for that, Allie. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Covington finds George. Just 5 on the clock. Over Bain. George with the bucket.
Nice touch from the veteran wingman. George just understands when he should look to score.
Leonard against Morant. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now here's Westbrook. Outside Covington. Out to Leonard. Zubats with a screen on Jackson. They get it back. Memphis has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Bain, the pass to Jackson, and the layup falls. Jackson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Just like his pops, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
Leonard passes to Covington. Back to Leonard. Pass to Westbrook. Covington against Morant. And Zubac with the basket on the assist from Covington. Zubac has got his first basket.
Yeah, credit to Covington for watching the floor there and giving it away to a better position shooter.
Payne with a screen on Leonard to tie it up. Payne, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Westbrook. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Fires in the triple. And now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
And it's big whenever Russ connects from deep. He needs to keep working on developing this shot.
They set a pick. Left side, Morant. From deep. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
Questionable shot selection in that three. It's not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Outside Bane. Morant with a screen on Westbrook. Bane finds Morant. And he's knocked off, well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was see in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 5. And Morant drops them both.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Payne against George. 1:19 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard outside. Clock at 6. Back to George. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Desmond Bane.
An elite player in this league. I mean, George understands he needs to come through at the line in clutch moments.
Memphis calls timeout. They're down by 4. 1:09 left in the final quarter.
Time for Teamsters. Come on now.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Adams, a pass to Morant. Back to Adams. Zubac with the steal. Westbrook with it, guarded by Morant. Westbrook outside to the paint. Here's Covington. Westbrook against Morant. And there's the lob. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And they recover it. Leonard passes to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Covington. Adams grabs the miss. Jackson for 3. And the miss. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in its small forward. Now, here is George. Back to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Suns. And the wide open shot from Paul bangs home the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, the defense always so attentive to Russ, and he knows, okay, you're going to send defensive attention my way. I will find an open teammate.
Now here's Paul. KD against Leonard for three. Another three for Phoenix.
Now the tremendous shooting talent that is Kevin Durant. He makes threes look effortless.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Here's Paul after the basket by Los Angeles.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Westbrook passes to Covington. Back to Westbrook. Down low. And George kicks to Westbrook. For three, Covington. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Suns take it the other way. A deep three from Durant. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Westbrook with the bucket.
Well, great work from Russell Westbrook. The closer he is, the more aggressive he becomes.
Westbrook against Paul. Stolen by George. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Westbrook pulls it in. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. A nice shot by George.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
Ayton dishes to KD. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range. Durant's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
They now take the lead. Paul's got a couple of threes now in the first for Phoenix.
Chris Paul is the master of the pick and roll, understanding how to utilize his teammates to the best of their abilities.
Zubac kicks to Covington. Leonard looking over the floor. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Covington. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Booker. That one doesn't drop, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Covington, a screen on KD. The kick out to Westbrook. Passes it to Zubac. Leonard against KD. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Some solid defense from Ayton. Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. KD sets the pick for Paul. Durant wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. He notched 8 points. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And the Clippers call time here.
Please welcome to the floor, your Clippers. Everyone, give a big round of applause for your Clippers.
Clippers trail by 7. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Booker. Outside Leonard. Here's Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one on Ayton.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Westbrook against Paul. Booker up top. Back to Paul. Leonard with the steal. Left side, Westbrook. Takes it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 5 on the clock, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Russell Westbrook has the frame and the confidence to take on any contact that wants to come his way. That is a tough finish.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6. Kicks it to Booker. Ayton, a screen on George to the inside. Stolen by Zubac. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. Leonard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. It's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now here's Paul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Booker kicks to Durant. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton. Can they get it? The shot will not fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future. Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Westbrook. Zubac with the screen for Westbrook. Takes it out to Covington. Outside, George. Back to Covington. Shoots over KD. Here's Zubac. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Paul against Westbrook. Outside, KD. Back to Paul. Driving the lane. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Paul's got 8.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Here's Zubac. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Tries it from the top of the key. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Outside, KD. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers call time here.
You know what time it is.
Here's Paul. Ayton trying to break free. Paul's shot is off. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3. Now the pass to Zubac. It's Covington on the wing. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Passes it to Paul. Stolen by Zubac. Outside Leonard. One second left, and it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got 6 points in the quarter.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where.
All right, David, thank you. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Warren. Cameron Payne is out there with Terrence Ross. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Baisley into the foreset. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Highland. Here's Plumlee. The shot missing. Nice D from Warren. Payne looking around. Up top, Warren. He's guarded by Plumlee. Ross on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Highland. Payne covering. Plumlee in the post, working on Biyombo. And here is Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Powell, the pass to Highland. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Suns leading. Takes it inside. Payne kicks to Biyombo. Back to Payne. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Suns basketball.
Here's Payne. Puts it up off the inbound. That shot off. Ross against Powell to the left side wing. Plumlee dishes to Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, he's got great instincts as a scorer, Norman Powell. At 6'3", more than capable of getting into the inside and mixing it up a bit.
He hits both from the stripe. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Payne. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Ross finds Payne. Back to Ross. And here's Biyombo. 6 to shoot. Bank shot. No good. The Clippers in the lead. Morris passes to Powell. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Highland.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Powell.
2 minutes.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Plumlee. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Norman Powell. And George is subbed in for Eric Gordon.
We are talking about one of the greatest scorers in the history of NBA basketball, Kevin Durant, doing some work right now.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Los Angeles. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Torres, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combinations of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Pass to Okogie. Okogie picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
1:19 left to play in the third. Outside Covington. Westbrook kicks to George. Covington, a screen on Booker. Leonard on the wing. It's good from about 19 feet. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Well, there's a comfortability for Kawhi Leonard in the mid-range. Boy, he can catch his rhythm right there.
Out to KD. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The pass to Leonard. To the right side. The kick out to Westbrook. In the corner, George with it. Oh, good on the triple. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac finds Covington. Back to Zubac. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Phoenix calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Booker left side. Durant with a screen on George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in a point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard with the steal. Outside, George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Hits it from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
And that's an intentional foul. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thanks so much, David.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Los Angeles leading by 10. Covington passes to Leonard. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Back to Covington. Wants to get it to Westbrook and does. Leonard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Suns trail by 10. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got that one up quick.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so...
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Leonard sets a screen for Westbrook. And a foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Outside for Durant. Launches it. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Pass to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that one is good from Zubac. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Booker against George. Pass to Okogie. Right side, Kevin Durant. Shot from the top of the key. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside, George. The pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. Leonard, the pass to George. And here's Covington from the arc. Oh, they get it back. Kicks it out to Leonard. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score at an elite level, and he passes it well, too. And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
It's George on the wing, defended by Booker. The kick out to Westbrook. Covington in the corner. Westbrook against Paul. And contact. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays,
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Booker with no one around, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Leonard kicks to George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
All times Booker. Fades and shoots. Good.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
So the